I noticed during the course of this video I've been playing with my hair a lot. I'm sorry. It's just all about, it's like in my face and in my mouth, and it's a lot of hair. I like it, but excuse me playing with my hair. It's a serious video. The reason why we are overwhelmed so much, like every day, from everything happening in the world today, is because we have information at our fingertips, and then with so many people being connected in the world today, it's like from different parts of the world people are pushing out information and you're getting it like right here, and it's like just popping up. So it can be overwhelming to see today people are protesting in the streets against police brutality. Tomorrow you catch someone being racist to another person. The next day you find out a girl has been raped. The next day another girl. The next day another girl in different parts of the world. Next day you're finding out that people are blowing up elephants for some reason. So I encourage everybody to try and take a step back once in a while. Give yourself like a moment to like catch your breath, because we're living in, like, I don't want to say evil times. I don't want to be that spiritual person right now, but we are living in times where we would receive a lot of evil news, and like they say, bad news is more publicized than good news, and bad news is more, or has more shock value than good news does. So always take a step back from social media, because it can be very, very, very overwhelming. I know that I have been shocked a few days now, like with everything happening. That's why I decided not to make this video till I had like calmed down and thought about it thoroughly and asked my friends about it and how they felt about it, to know like where different people's opinions are at the moment. Like, not just think about from my myopic point of view, because I'm a woman and of course I'm going to be triggered by what's happening now, but I also wanted to see what other people were, or other people's point of view about the issue. Today I might get a bit emotional, but I'm trying my best not to, because I feel like having a conversation about pressing issues should always happen continuously for people to end up resolving the issue. So today we're going to, I decided not to talk about rape itself, because we all know it's bad. We all know you shouldn't rape anybody. We all know that people that are victim of rape and sexual assaults are traumatized, and yeah. So we don't need to talk about all that. Like, we know already. At least we have common sense, but God knows common sense is not common sometimes. But we know that it's bad. So today I'm going to talk about the Twitter cancel culture. I've heard about stories from guys in my school, and in my mind I am also very surprised, because you know how you just see the person as a player like every weekend he's with another girl, and you're just like, he's a fine boy, so of course girls are on his case. And then you come out of school and realize this guy was doing like traumatizing things to these girls, and they couldn't speak because they know that the next thing that they would hear is that you follow him, it's your fault, why were you there, why did you go with him, what were you wearing? Funny, one of my friends says that she saw what was happening, and in her mind she was like, these rapists need help and they are being demonized on Twitter. I know she meant it in the nicest way possible, but in my mind I was like, well, they weren't considering their victims as humans when they objectified them and used them for their sexual pleasure. So why do we need to humanize them now. At the end of the day, in my opinion, they are lucky that they're just getting dragged on Twitter, because from what I've seen, they're like every other year, every other 6 months, someone is being dragged on Twitter for raping somebody or sexually assaulting somebody. Well, they continue living their lives. So if you're just dragged on Twitter for like 2 weeks, I don't think it's dehumanizing you per se. I feel like that's what the world is letting you go easy, honestly. But I'm not judge or jury, so I feel like I am getting triggered again just talking about this. But I'm going to stay as calm as I can. I'm going to try my best. Bear with me. A lot of rape cases are done by the people closest to the victim, not exactly by strangers. So if these people around them are like the first step to get help and they're shutting you down or shutting the victim down, then where else do you think you can get that comfort to move forward to ask for your own justice? So when other people on social media who have the same story as these girls or these victims come together and say, oh, this happened to me too, of course people are going to keep coming up, because I know that I am a very cautious person. Like during my uni days, I never used to leave school. I only left school once and then even at that, I was like, I have to save up, I'm renting my own place, I'm going with my friends that have sense, and I am not leaving where I have paid for. I'm not following man anywhere. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be cautious and have fun, safe fun. But at the same time, it's like even when you're cautious and you just tend to make bad decisions and put yourself in a particular place. I know that I have been in so many situations that I look back now and I'm like, why was I even there? At the end of the day, something would have most likely happened to me in that position that I was in, but nothing did. And at the end of the day, that's because I was not with a rapist. Yeah, so I think I'm done saying all I have to say. This has been Just Ranting with Iyano. Okay, bye.